Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, A League of Inspirational Women. First of all, thank you for tuning in. It's been a journey for me where I talk to inspirational women, everyday women out there just wanting to learn, from how they are, handling their own lives. And then I started this, uh, topic, divorced and loving life, because I'm divorced and I'm loving life. And I didn't just begin to love life just like that, right? It took a lot, of learnings, for me, and I'm still on that journey. And I get to meet a lot of women, because I wrote a book as well. I called it A Bouquet from the Flames, and so people really want to know. They want to know, Ivy, how are you able to, still be positive, after you've been through a divorce? How are you co-parenting, and how come your son is as stable as he is? You understand, happy, joyful, such a joy to be with, so how are you doing it? And so I realized that yes, a lot of people need to know this. I didn't just learn it, I didn't just know it, rather, I learned it, right? So last week I shared 7, tips on how I, journey towards a healthy co-parenting relationship. And I call it a collaborative parenting relationship because you can't do it alone, right? But it starts with you, okay? It starts with you. Collaboration starts with you deciding to collaborate because you have a bigger picture, you have imagined, that this is how you want your life to be, right? And so you work towards it. Yes. And so I'm going to share about eight more tips, because it's a journey, right? And each of them is so critical. It's so critical in that co-parenting relationship or collaborative parenting relationship, so I'm going to go ahead. So the eighth one I would say, because this is a part two, the eighth one I would say is open up your mind to collaborate. That's what I started, talking about. Okay, so it's so easy to fall into that trap, all right, or that gap of I can do everything by myself. No, ladies, you can't do everything by yourself because you will exhaust yourself, and then you will take yourself out of the picture if you try to do everything on your own. Okay, so it's important to collaborate. So if you're divorced and you're separated, right, then that means you have, and your ex-husband is still in the picture. That means you can collaborate to, to in a way that would allow you to experience a better, relationship, right? And also because you're looking at your kids and you're thinking, kids this kid needs to have a more stable life, so you need to collaborate because you can do everything on your own. For example, if you need to be somewhere and the only person, or that you can work with to actually pick up your kids, or do something with the kids at that point in time, is your ex, why don't you leverage that? So why are you trying to do everything on your own? Because it's not every time that your other support system, can be in place or can be available. And even if they are, if you expect something from someone and you let them know that you expect that from them, then what happens is that they rise up to that opportunity, they rise up to the expectations. It may not be perfect initially, but no one is perfect, right? So please open up your mind to collaborate. When you collaborate, you do more, you achieve more, right? So you have to work as a team, okay? For the interest of your children, right? And remember what I said the last week. I said it's important because your children needs both parents, right? I mean, I had the joy and the privilege to have both my parents together. Yes, they were married, okay, but then I enjoyed them. So why shouldn't I let my son do the same? So open your mind to collaborate. It's so important, okay? And then while you're opening your mind to collaborate, remember that the ninth thing I want to share is no contest is required. There's no competition. There's no one who's better than the other. So a lot of times, in co-parenting, people like to behave or to see themselves as doing better, right? Or I'm better than my ex husband, or or the man on the other side, or I'm doing better than my ex-wife. But to be honest with you, there's no contest. And there's no point in putting your kids to be the referee in that contest, okay? So there's nothing like that, really. It only adds more negative, vibe to the relationship, okay? So there's no contest, right? Just work together because you guys have a bigger picture. You have this El Dorado that you're working towards together. And if you see that, together, if you can sense the same thing, then of course you can see, the same thing. And that means that you can work towards that, like that which you see. Okay. And then the eighth one is check your vibe. So I talk about, so without the contest, right? Because when you're contesting with each other, then the vibe is so negative and so, competitive. There's all this negative energy, right? You're trying to outdo the other, but you see, when you are checking, so that's why you have to check the vibe that you give off. Okay, because you see, every energy that you have actually comes out of you. You're actually giving it off. It surrounds you. There's an aura around you. So what vibe are you giving off? Are you giving off that vibe that is competitive, or that vibe that is negative, angry, sad, depressed, unhappy? Or are you giving a vibe that is happy, is excited, about life, is positive? Okay, so energetic, enthusiastic about life. So, joyful. What vibe are you giving off? So every time you have to engage with your ex, what vibe are you giving off? You need to check it. You need to check it. So that means that it still goes back to your mindset. What is going on in your mind? You need to work on your mind, because from your mind, would you think? And then, of course, that's when, you begin to give up a vibe that is negative. So watch your thoughts, okay? Because that also affects, the vibe that you give off. So that was the 10th that I shared. Okay, so now the 11th one is that you should show respect. Show respect. You see, regardless of whatever happened between you guys, right, you must show respect to each other. Always remember that the kids are watching. Your children are watching. And if you don't learn to show respect to your ex, then your kids also do not learn not to show respect to other people. Because kids watch us. They watch us. They pick those things from us. And before you know what's happening, those things begin to they begin to act out that which they have seen and learned from you. So you have to show respect. And you show respect to the person, the human being, the father. It's so important. So whatever the case may be, or must have happened between you guys, even if it was a really bad relationship, just show respect to the person. Then also show respect to time. So if there are times when you guys have agreed to be somewhere at a particular time, right? Because when the other person is being kept waiting, what happens is that, the person gets agitated and feels that, oh, I'm being disrespected. And this is not right. So you need to show respect to, respect of that person's time. And when you respect somebody's time, then your time will also be respected. Because time really is important. Time is love. Right, time is a lot of things, okay, and time is money, so show respect to their time, okay, in whatever you do. Show respect to time, and also respect emotions. So yes, sometimes, we have times when we are feeling really hurt about something comes back into your mind, you're replaying the past, which I really think you should leave in the past. Okay, what do? You know that you're gonna react, okay, the emotions will come up. But one thing I want you to do is that, because if it comes up in you, that means it also comes up in that person. So just respect their emotions as well. So showing respect is so important. And also, if family are in the mix as well, please show respect to the family. Whatever happened between you guys happened. It's over. This is a new phase, in your relationship. So you should not act out whatever it is that, happened in the past. You must be a bigger person, remember? You must be a new person. You must act out the behaviors that you want to also be respected for as well. So always think about that. So, show respect. And so the next one, the 12th is overlook things. Oh my goodness. So you see, while you're married, sometimes it's difficult to overlook things. I know, of course, I have this conversations with friends who are married as well, people who are married, not just my friends, but other people as well. And, when your spouse is doing certain things. It's difficult to overlook, right? And so of course you react. But the thing is that even in your, collaborative parenting relationship, it's very easy to see things and then, react to those things. But the best thing for you is to overlook, overlook those things, because it's not that deep, right? It's not that deep. And when you begin to overlook certain things, right, and you'll be the bigger person, you're more acting more mature, and you're showing that those things are not important. After a while, when those things actually happen, you don't even notice them. And sometimes, even if they don't happen anymore, the person in question would also begin to, adjust and begin to do the right thing, because they know that, look, I can't get this person if I do this anymore. So you need to learn to overlook. You're the better for it. Okay? No high blood pressure, no anger management issues, because really, those things don't really get to you. You've demagnified them. Okay? So that's very important. Overlook a lot of things as much as you can, because it's not that deep. Okay, so the 13th one is try not to engage in negative talk about your ex. Okay? Now, it's so easy, right? So if someone just comes to talk to you, okay, what happened? It's fine, you can share if you want to. But when you now begin to engage in negative talk about your ex, it's really, really bad. It's bad for you. It's bad. It's bad for people as well to be having those conversations. And also, it's even bad for your children, if your children should actually hear, you talk about, their parent, or their other parent like that in such negative tones. It isn't right. Okay, it's not healthy. It would lead to very difficult things in the future, things that you may not be able to cross over or to handle. So please do not engage in negative talk about your ex. Okay, keep positive alive. So when you're engaging with people, and everything, you can share whatever it is, but try to be as positive as possible. Try to keep the insults away, and all that, because really it doesn't add to you. It only takes away. It only takes away. So it's important that you keep those negative talk away. Just be positive, okay? And then the 7th one I want to share, because collaborative parenting is a tricky road, right? And especially when you're doing it alone. And also there are times when you also, as a woman, and I'm speaking to the women now, right? As a woman, you're feeling alone, everything is on you, you understand? Why don't you just start dating? That's the 14th one. I can say this because I've been there, right? And I'm still there, right? So I decided to start dating, okay? And I'm very happy that I did so, because, it gave me an opportunity to see myself in another relationship, right? And know that, I wasn't really, it confirms that I'm not meant to be alone. As God says, he didn't create man to be alone, right? And neither did he create woman to be alone. So dating is good. It takes your focus off, it takes your focus to exciting things, right? To going on dates, spending time with someone, doing things, that you would love to do with the other opposite sex. So I'm just supposing there's an opposite sex that's involved, right? So it just gives you that beautiful feeling, that beautiful vibe, and it also makes you feel acknowledge that you're attractive to someone else, right? It allows you, it pushes you to take care of yourself, to go all out, to your hair, your makeup, your nails, just get all dolled up over, right? And so your focus now becomes, it shifts to someone else, right? So your mind and your everything, apart from the fact that you're also looking at yourself and your kids, you're also looking at, looking out for someone else. So I think that you should start dating. And maybe one of these days I'm going to talk about, if you guys want to hear, I'll talk about, how I got back into dating. But I want to say that before you go into dating, right, it's very important, because I can say go back into dating, right? But if you are not healed, then maybe dating is not for you. But one thing I want to share is that before you start dating, you should ask yourself a question. Can I date myself? Okay? So if you step out of yourself and look at yourself and how you are, can I date myself? And so I didn't rush into dating because I wanted, to be someone. First of all, I needed to heal, but then I wanted to be someone that if I went into a relationship, right, I would be bringing a lot of value to the relationship. I'll be this kind of person that the man would just love to be around me, talk with me. And I wanted to be someone that was dateable, right? Dating and just enjoying, being in that dating relationship. So you need to ask yourself that question. Am I the kind of person that's dateable? Can I date myself if I was given the opportunity? And then once you have your answer, then you now go and date. If it's positive, if it's negative, then you need to work on yourself. And I can share some tips on how to work on yourself to be dateable. Yes. Okay. Now the final one, which is the 15th one, is check your spiritual life. Guys, in my book, I wrote something that's okay. I wouldn't even be where I am today if I didn't have a relationship with God, okay? And we're all of different faiths, and that's fine, okay? I mean, for me, I think that, different faiths is because of, that's how we were brought up, so we're brought into a particular faith. But the thing is, in that faith that you are, okay, I am a Christian, and I have a relationship with God through Jesus Christ. And one of the things that I know really helped me on this journey is my spiritual life. So I may not be a perfect Christian who, quotes the Bible and is over righteous and all that. No. But you see, I have a relationship with God that is deep, intimate, right? And I can speak with Him because that check of my spiritual life, that, just immersing myself in my spiritual life allowed me to grow as a person and to have peace, regardless of all the storm that was going on around me. So it's so important to check your spiritual life, right? And have that relationship with with the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who created us. So He knows our end from our beginning, right? He knows exactly what you're going through, and He can help you to chart that course. He can help you to heal. He can help you to lead that relationship, right, into a better, positive, way, a positive atmosphere, positive vibes, positive, communication. But you can't do it all alone. So in our weakness, He's made strong. You call Him into it, and He just helps to guide you. So I just thought I should end that. So whatever faith you are, just reach out to that God, that higher being, and allow Him to lead you, to guide your words, your thoughts, your actions. And believe me, you will find that you are even much more different. You're a better person, because of that, relationship. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. I've promised myself and some of my audience that have watched this and given me feedback, I'm going to try and make it as short as possible, but I always want to add value, and I didn't want to have a part 3 of this. Okay, so thank you for watching. If you have questions, if you have shares, if you have anything you want to say, please just leave a comment, ask me a question, and I'll be happy to respond, and give you feedback. If you need help, personally, you can also reach out to me. I'll share in an email address in the description. So thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful to you, and have a fantastic week.